Legendary Gamer. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're back on Lost Judgment. Last time we were on, we were just invading the high school to put up the cameras and check the surveillances. And later on, we actually got a full-time job at the school, so we don't have to worry about getting kicked out. If you guys are new to the channel, please like, subscribe, and sit back and relax and enjoy the content. I don't have music like the old days. I have never once went into a school where it required elevators. I think the only school I ever went to, I think, was like a private school. But even then, the elevators are only used unless kids weren't able to like go up the stairs or anything of that sort. Or unless it was the teachers.
Excuse me,
Huh?
yeah.
Koda-san, what's up? Did a teacher?
Actually, I wanted to talk to you.
Okay.
I saw it on the news earlier. Miko Shiba-sensei was... But you already knew that.
Yeah.
I figured you knew.
Yes, that's why you've been asking about him. You should have told us, man.
I couldn't. I knew how hard you guys would have taken.
You know who did it?
We're still in the dark about that, mostly. All we have to go on is he was probably killed soon after he stopped.
So... he really was murdered.
He said on TV it took them 2 months to find the body. Could that mean it happened on the day he
Good
went...
theory, Matsun, but you're starting to sound like one of those mystery club geeks.
Oh, what did Sawa...
Nah, we didn't really get into it yesterday. Way too many, other...
Damn. Will you at least keep...
No promises, I'm afraid. But hey, I'm glad you guys are warming up.
I'm Matsui, by the way.
That's more like it.
Could you keep me in the loop, too? I didn't like Miko Shiba-sensei much. Now I'm kinda... conflicted about the whole thing.
I get that.
Anyway, I should get going.
Oh, they're being more formal and more mature. That's lovely. Let's see. I would say smile for the camera, but someone she knew passed away, so I gotta show some respect. So, let's see your reaction.
Hey, so
Look, I know I can't keep you off campus, but would you please stop bothering me?
can you at least tell me what happened yesterday?
Enough! How many times must I repeat myself?
Alright, fine. I'll leave. Jesus.
Hey, Tsukumo, it's me. You think you could pin down where Miko Shiba's body was discovered?
Of course. In fact, I can do that pretty...
That's the idea.
Okay, but do note that it's been a few days.
Yeah, but I want to check it out anyway.
Okay, here we go. They found Mikoshiba's body in an abandoned building near Sakura River. It's near a small park, on the second floor of the building specifically.
You're the man, Tsukumo.
So, I kind of want to touch base on this. I'm not sure if I did in my previous videos, but I'm going to regardless. So, I'm going to try to do something different. I'm going to see if I can try to do the long battles in this game in a separate video. The reason for this is because I thought since I'm playing like a new walkthrough on Judgment, why not continue, you know, why not restart a new chapter of doing, you know, like no damaging? So there's that. So that's the only reason I want to elaborate on that. So if there's going to be long battles, just note that I might likely make another chapter solely for that. So I guess some things I can talk about Lost Judgment. The one feature I do like about Lost Judgment is the skateboard feature. It kind of gives you a reason to not use taxis, which I guess not really ruins it, but at the same time it kind of makes it more convenient on your end. The one thing else I don't like about these Judgment games is this part.
Hey.
So I guess the one thing I really like about this game is this kind of like these features, but they kind of utilize this feature more than the other games. And the one thing I guess I don't like about this game is that the detective aspect of it is kind of taken out, which is both good and bad. If you're someone like me who likes fighting perspectives, it's amazing, but story-wise, I kind of hate to admit this, but it's really not good. And the reason why I'm saying it's not good because it kind of ruins the aspect of you, quote-unquote, being a detective, so... I'll be honest, I kind of like the uniqueness of it. Which, I kind of get the parkour of it because you have to get to point A to point B, which isn't bad, but the problem is you only use this as less to the story. I wish you had the ability to do this in free roam, but you don't. And to be honest, even if you use this in free roam, I think it would be a bit too complicated for that of the average player. And you could also upgrade, like your grip, like your what's it called? It's the ability to like, I don't know, I can't talk today. To like hold on to like bars and pipes longer than usual, but you need to buy an upgrade. Actually, where is it? I think it's up here. No, this is where you take reduced damage. By the way, all these I unlocked on my previous like walkthrough. So if you guys are wondering why am I overpowered, that's why. So I have every single thing except for Extort Cyclone, which by the way, Snake is kind of overrated in my opinion in this game. Give me a sec.
Hello? Anybody here? Coming through. Now, where exactly was...
So I guess back to what I was saying, yeah, from the detective aspect, this game is more like a fighting game than a detective mission. And to be fair, it's not because it's bad, but like, if you're someone that's more into like the investigating series, like you want to tail someone, you want to do like, you know, like looking at the crime scenes, the first Judgment is way better for that. But in this game, you have it, but it's not as much.
Huh?
Hey, I heard something. Who's there? State your name and
Well...
get some backup over here.
Hey, now, wait a second. Could we maybe talk this out?
Put your hands up and turn. Who are you and...
Well, they just got caught.
Yuki Yagami. Yagami Detective Agency.
Yeah, and Kamara.
Weren't you the guy at Serio yesterday? I could have sworn I saw your face there.
Huh? Maybe.
The name's Watanabe. Kanagawa PD Division 1. Charmed, I'm sure. This fella here is Sakurai.
Sakurai? Wow, how about Sakura? Naruto reference?
What's up?
So, you think barging into a crime scene was a real bright idea?
What? I thought you guys were done here. I figured I could take a look around. What?
You wouldn't happen to be working with Genda Law, would you?
Huh?
You hear on Shirosaki Sensei's business? Saori Shirosaki, right? The grouchy one.
Okay, how...
It started when Miko Shiba's body turned up. Once our investigation kicked off, we found out about that pervert cop in Tokyo. Seems he knew where the body would be. But when we went to go see him, HQ pumped the brakes. They said no interviews on this. Much to our amusement, we ended up being directed to Shirosaki, the perv's lawyer. So being that Genda law office is in Yura Kamurocho, that means either the two of you are connected.
Well, you've certainly got my number.
Smooth, but the jury's still out on you, pal.
On anything specific?
Part about HQ locking us out of interviewing a Hara, smart guy. Here we are with a material witness who it turns out knew about a corpse rotting away for 2 months. And those Tokyo chuckleheads just shut us out. Balls even for those tight asses.
Ihara was Tokyo PD, so wouldn't they want to protect him? They probably want it handled discreetly.
Nah, if only it were that simple. This isn't about protection. They get burnt real bad if they tried to bury this shit under the rug. Besides, not only is this cop a nasty creep, he's got ties to a fucking murder. Another prefecture, they've got to wash the shit stain.
I could see how that makes.
Anyway, so HQ told us they're Can you believe that crap? Like hell we're gonna bend over for. Look where that's got us. Now nobody's interrogated Ihara.
Are Kanagawa and Tokyo PD really fighting over who gets the credit? Don't tell.
Like you wouldn't believe. Well, the higher-ups play intel hoarding games. Ihara is just sitting pretty. Shit. The cop's supposed to be chasing down the perps. Instead, here I am with my hands tied, bitching to a PI.
So I'm your therapist now.
I was gonna take you down to the station and put the squeeze on you. But if you're a half-decent detective, maybe we could collaborate.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I mean, you came all the way from Kamurocho to sniff around here, right? I highly doubt you found much. But tell me something I don't know and maybe the cuffs will fall off.
You proposing a deal?
Depends on if what you've got is worth making one.
Okay.
What the hell?
Hiro Mikoshiba. Was this taken here? Right before he died?
Where did you get this? What kind of shit you
I
trying to...
could tell you better with the cuffs off.
You're craftier than I thought. Alright, let me get this straight. Right before you met up with this Seiryo High teacher, a strange woman showed up with this photo.
Yeah. I couldn't get a good look at her. But it seems whatever threat she made worked. Sawa-sensei wouldn't say a thing after that.
Saw was the one who supervised Mikoshiba for his student teaching program.
I know that. So, this woman you're talking about must have had it in with the culprits. You know, they were working in a group.
That's quite a revelation. What makes you so sure about that?
Sakurai, show him the photo of the body. And spare me the protocol lecture. I'm sick of this going nowhere. If Hotshot here is gonna look into Ihara for us, we may as well take advantage of it.
You're the boss, Nabe-san.
Mikoshiba was last seen alive 2 months ago, October 7th, 6:30 a.m. He was talking to his mother as he exited their house back in the city. Since there were no other sightings of him, it's likely he was abducted a short ways from his home. This had to be done by vehicle, as common sense would tell us. So there must have been at least 2 suspects, a driver and a handler. If it were me, I'd have put 3 on the job.
So that's why you figured it was a group effort. Sounds logical to me.
Mm-hmm. Now, according to the autopsy report, they found food in the poor guy's stomach. Based on how digested it was, we can assume he was killed at least an hour after breakfast, putting it around 7. And not long after, he was brought here. Get all that, Hotshot? And what was our friend Ihara doing at that? The old perv was walking through Ikebukuro's ticket gates around 7:43 a.m.
But if that's true, he couldn't possibly have killed Mikoshiba. It's 30 kilometers between here and Ikebukuro.
Yeah, that's the meat of his out. Yet somehow he knew Mikoshiba's so there's no doubt he's connected to the killers. If we can just put this... Damn it, HQ! Why the hell are we out here working the site if it's already been picked clean?
All right, Nabe-san.
Yeah. Hell, beg Shirosaki-sensei for a visit if you have to.
What you said raises some questions of my own. But the crime...
Oh yeah?
Yeah, so story-wise, this game is good. I kind of actually like this because it actually goes in depth with the story, despite the first game being better, but hey.
How narrow is the window for...
Based on how digested his breakfast was, he was killed somewhere between 7:30 and noon on the morning of October 7th.
Pretty impressed you can narrow it down
October
like that with a
oh
two-month-old
god, okay.
corpse.
Yeah, well, the window gets much bigger if we consider the possibility that the killers forced Mikoshiba to... At any point after the kidnapping, they could have made him eat a typical Mikoshiba family breakfast.
It's possible. All they had to do was make him say what he usually eats.
Good, we're on the same page. Mikoshiba's estimated time of death actually ranges from 7:30 a.m. on October 7th, all the way to the end of that month.
3 weeks?
The body's just too decomposed to do that, but expand the time frame all you want.
Right. He spent 2 months behind bars.
In any case, someone else killed Mikoshiba. If we could just get in the same...
What was the victim's cause of death?
Yep. They slit his throat and let him bleed to death. After tying him to a chair, the killer stood behind him, lifting his...
Sounds like you guys have that bit on lockdown.
It's one of the few things we're sure of.
I noticed the burn marks on the floor in the shape of an arrow. What's with that?
Somebody lit flares here, ones that shoot red smoke. It was only a matter of time before the fire department got called, and they're the ones who stumbled on the body. Pretty obvious the culprit set up a smoke signal to make sure the body got found. They probably had the timing all worked out with Ehara so he could predict the body's discovery. And that's exactly what he did, just as the judge handed down the sentence.
What would be the point of that, though?
For all I know, he just wanted to blow everyone's minds.
What shape was the body in?
Full of maggots and decomposing bad. His hands were zip-tied behind the chair, securing him in place. The cause of death was the throat wound, but before that, they really worked him over. Rough way for the guy to...
Damn.
They even broke all his fingers.
That sounds... painful.
Fucked up, right? I'm guessing a professional did this. Could be Yakuza, could be Mafia. Take your pick. We've got some guys checking that angle out too, just to make sure.
Doesn't this place have a manager? I'm sure it wasn't always like that.
There is a property owner. He's been around Ijincho forever, but the building's been deserted for 2 years. Apparently, there was a padlock to keep the homeless out, but it was long gone by the time...
Has the murder weapon been...
No. There were no weapons at the scene.
So when you said it was a knife, was that a guess based...
I wouldn't call it a guess. The coroner outright stated that the weapon was a sharp knife-like...
I think I'm starting to get the picture here.
Tell me.
Sorry, what?
I'm saying you guys were quick. We had barely set foot in Syria. Hell, you even closed in on that Sawa sensei and got a meet.
I was just lucky to have been there on another case.
Is that right? What? What's wrong?
Somebody's spying on us with binoculars.
No shit?
3 men, 30s probably. My number's on my card.
Yagami!
Oh, that's funny. Now we gotta chase this guy.
Up. You won't get away.
So, I guess the one thing I personally don't like about this game, specifically, is the parkour concept. I mean, look, it's a unique, like, concept, I'm not gonna lie, but it's just like... It's a unique concept, it's just like, what's it called? Here's the thing, you lose HP. And I kind of get what they were doing with this from like your perspective, because to be honest, you really can't run infinitely. And yes, they do have like supplies to help you replenish your HP, but like, why do I need to like replenish my HP to begin with? And to be fair, the boss's HP, I want to say boss, well, the typical enemy's HP. What's it called? No, sorry, my words lost train of thought. Look, so I gotta get it, like, both you and the person you're chasing after loses HP over time, which is nothing wrong with it, but again, it just ruins the whole concept of you it just makes it makes you. Oh, my wording is so bad. It just makes you have to stay more focused and alert. And yeah, I have max health, but let's just be honest. By the time when you're playing this game, you're not gonna have max health. You might have like at least a quarter of what I have. So one dumb mistake, you're pretty much gonna lose the mission. I wouldn't say it's rage-inducing like Yakuza 3's Chapter 9 boss chase, not that degree, but it's just tedious. That's what.
Damn, hotshot. You're quick on your feet. So let's hear why this fool had eyes on us.
He claims he just wanted to see the scene.
It's true. Ask the other two guys with me. They'll be here any minute.
So you were here gawking, is that it? Better than busting in like you own the place.
I thought that was water under the bridge.
So, who are you? Why'd you run?
I ran because I saw a cop jump out a window and charge at me. Are you saying you'd stick around if you saw that?
He thinks you're a cop.
I'd be honored.
Do you have any ID on you?
Will my license work?
Kake-san. Age 30.
What do you do for work?
Oh, I'm just a professional pencil pusher. Biotech, planning and management.
Are your other two pals biologists?
No, one's an investor and the other's a consultant. We all went to high school together.
Says here you have a Tokyo address.
Oh, well, I'm organizing a class reunion in Chinatown. So I came to
He stuttered. He stuttered.
about the
This ain't the
location.
way to Chinatown, pal.
We thought since we came all the way to Yokohama, we might as well peek at the crime scene.
Pretty morbid idea, isn't it?
I suppose.
I like how Yakumi
What high
looks like
school
that.
did you all attend?
Kurakawa Academy, a private school in Tokyo. Hey, over here!
Only to verify your buddy's identification as well. I suggest you all cooperate. Nabe-san!
All right, you jokers are free to go. Guess that settles it. We're just dumbass rubberneckers. Tough break, huh? After all you
I
went
don't
through
mind.
chasing him.
I'm out to always swing for the fence.
Yeah, well, your strikeout was pretty amusing. The guy who goes down swinging is all right. And now that that's settled, give my regards to Shirosaki-sensei.
So that's it for this video. I mean, not this video, no. Oh, wait, how long is it? I guess I could just go to Yokohama 99. So back to like the gameplay aspect, because as I said before, I never really like interrupting like the dialogue in these games. The story aspect, okay, like the story in this game, it's not a bad story. It's a great story, but if you had to tell me to pick which one I would pick between what's that called? First Judgment or Lost Judgment? I think I will pick the First Judgment because the story is more
Excuse
compelling.
me. Does that mean...
Oh yeah, and by the way, this is like a sub-story you gotta do if you want to fight the secret boss. Which is kind of brutal in this game, I am not gonna lie. Oh wait, I gotta do that? Oh, that is so stupid. But yeah, but back to the story. This game's story is good, but the First Judgment's more story that's like more impacting. There's way more characters involved, and whatever characters. And whatever characters wasn't involved. So let me rephrase this. Whatever characters that was involved in the first game, like Higashi, who else? Hamura, what's her name? Mafiu. Those characters, you might think, oh wow, they played a massive role in the first game. Let's see their involvement in the second game. They're not even in the game. I can maybe understand Nahamura and I guess to a degree Mafiu, but even then, Mafiu did so much in the first game, and then they just only bring it like 2 or 3 times in the whole, about like in like 2 or 3 chapters in this game, had no contribution towards
You don't
the.
make sense. Well...
Huh? Hey!
Yagamishi!
But back to my complaint.
Yep.
Look, it's a fun game, but it's just a person. Whatever was like good in the first game, they made it bad in this game. For example, the flux fixture isn't as beneficial. But back to my issue. Look, whatever was good in the first game, they nerfed it. They did not. They either somehow,
I owe
I'm
you
quoting this, nerfed it, or made it worse in the second game. So, for example, Tiger. Tiger used to be overpowered in the first game. They nerfed it in this game. It's not that Tiger is a bad style. It's still amazing. It's just that you can't really use it as like a single style.
Yep.
Another thing, as I said before, the characters that's involved in the story. Mafiu is not involved in the story as much, and you might think how she was like involved in the first game. You might think, oh, when she's involved in the first game, she might help me out in this game. Maybe she can help me out find the killer of the. Help me find the serial killer. Maybe she might visit you in something, right? Right? No, she doesn't. And by the way, I know where this bug is.
Bingo.
So it's just the characters, and the last thing is just, I guess, maybe the story. Story gun. It's good in this game, but just the first game was way better. You went to like a medical institution in the first game because you had to fight like an assassin. In this game, you just fight someone that's just as like an average Joe. I mean, to be fair, his boss fight is good, but like story-wise, it's just.
Oh. Yep.
So I guess we can just let this continue. But I mean, what else is there to talk about for Lost Judgment? I'll be honest, the side content in this game is okay, but it's not the best, but it's not the worst.
Hmm? Huh?
Oh wait, you liking me style? But I mean, oh no, look, Lost Judgment is a good game, but personally, I feel like if you're gonna be playing a game like Yakuza, Call of Duty, or anything of the sort, you should play the first game to get like used to it story-wise. Because I am not gonna lie, for those who are curious what made me get into Judgment, I played Yakuza. I played like the main storylines, you know, like Kiryu, Sajima, Akiyama, Tarimura, like those guys. And I saw like there's a spin-off, but it was from the same company, which is RGG Studios. So I thought to myself, hey, if it's similar to like Kiryu's fight, I'm not saying Yagami and Kiryu are the same, but like the layout. Yeah, this story has no value. But I thought to myself, yo, why not get this game and try it out? And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, if I had for First Judgment, if you had the First Judgment story with Lost Judgment's combat style, it would be
In
the
other
best
words-
in the franchise. Yeah, okay, I don't care about the bugs. It would be the best game in the franchise. I'm not even saying that as a sarcastic joke. Well, that's it for like the video, because I think 30 minutes is more than enough. But I'm gonna end the video here. If you guys are new to the channel, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.